So with this page, well, technically this page, I guess, it's been a while since I've drawn or continued to draw my manga. I draw regularly or just random stuff, but then drawing manga is a whole different thing. So luckily, my past self has been like keeping sketches or rough drafts sketches of what I envisioned in drawing the manga, and luckily, I just sort of like finalize it or finalize my past idea and finalize it. So like here, we had looks like scenery shot where our main character is waiting at school gates. It looks to be 12:21 Saturday. Just dot dot dots, and then you have a little awakening sign here. It's like, oh, this person is here, and then you have a text box. Probably the girl's calling out to him. We have him like standing right here. In the background here is supposed to be the gate, the scenery of the gate, because here we have an overhead shot. But then if we're looking at him like from, let's say, like right here, and the camera's pointing this way, then we have to get this whole area in the back. So it makes sense that I drew the background here. And then moving down a little bit, we have a girl here who is coming from the school. So we have this like random crappy ass drawn building here in the background, and we have some of the friends waving goodbye at their little thing that's happening here. We have the friends just like saying bye. So this was a really like it was a difficult time for me. Not like difficult, but then like it's sort of just been a while for me drawing. But then I sort of got into the hang of it and eventually turned to this. And we can ignore all that stuff. So the finalized version of this looks, I really like the outcome of this final version, and it took a while, not a while, but like it took me an hour to do this whole drawing while recording it, and luckily we have the power of editing to make it shorter. But then let's sort of compare notes here. So here we have the scene, the school gate, and the final version, I drew some grass around, added some sort of like wind. We could see like these silent lines here because it's windy, it's winter, it's a winter story. So I mean, I had to make reference to my own thing. Let's see here, it's all white. In the sketchbook or in the rough draft, he looks really tall here, and I sort of imagined him like, you see like he has like a bent knee because he's like putting hands in his pockets, and he's just like standing around, right? So he has like one knee straight and one knee like forward and whatnot. I sort of do that sometimes myself, but in the final version I just sort of like did a straight version, just like he's just standing there, and I made the final version more smaller because this one is a rough draft and he looks super tall as fuck, and then this one is just like, okay, that's normal size. And in this version, add some little detail like grass and this gate. So interestingly enough, the gate actually looks like a legit gate, like like you use this gate to close the gates to the school and whatnot and stuff. It is supposedly a private school, so I added that little detail there. But I'm pretty amazed that I was able to do it, like just on the spur of the moment and whatnot. Next up, we have the character here who is waiting here, our main boy, and he's waiting here. And originally the sketch looks okay-ish. Okay, so you can see the whole thing. So the sketch looks okay. I mean, like I would have no problem like copying this whole thing in a sort of sense, but I mean it is just a rough draft. So when I did the final version, I really enjoyed like that I don't exactly follow every single pattern or every single detail that I drew in this rough draft. Even though it looks okay, I'm making adjustments. Always makes it look good. So here, let's see. Originally, he was supposed to be, he has his head turned and he's at a sideways sort of body proportion here. So then you're horizontally sideways, and then you just turn your head to look over. But then in the final version, I sort of made him, I don't know like how I drew it, but then when I drew it, I sort of put him at like a 3/4 angle instead, and he sort of turned. He's not exactly horizontal anymore. So, but this one looks really cool too. I really like it. I like the way how it turned out. And then comparing the faces, the face here, it looks fine, but then the eyes are sort of like this face has a lot of height compared to this one, where it's sort of shrinking, and that way the eyes, and the distance from the eyes, nose, and mouth look really small compared to this, because the eyes are like super huge, and then this one I finalized it. Um, or interesting detail is that when I was drawing the body proportion size, right, it felt really different doing it, drawing the scarf and the body and the jacket and whatnot. And then afterwards, when I was doing the head, because the head proportions in the final version were really smaller than the rough draft, the hair ended up becoming really small too. But of course, this still looks fine enough to me because it just does. And I mean, I really enjoy I like how it's in a 3/4 position, and the original was 3/4. Or no, this is sideways horizontal with his head turned, but then I just sort of changed it all the way and whatnot, so it's pretty cool. And then here we have the background. I didn't really plan the background, so assuming that on the other side of the school, the gates is a street, I tried to draw like a wall here to signify that, and then you have like a lamppost maybe for a light, and then this is supposed to be the gate behind him. Of course, it's not big enough to see the other side of this gate. You only see this part here, and then supposedly over here in that direction. So there's that. Yeah, I don't think I left anything else. So last scene is the shot of the girl coming in, responding to the dude, and here we have the original drawing of the girl. I mean, that looks okay-ish for a rough draft. It's kind of messy because I can't really tell what the hell this is. I'm assuming this thing here is a scarf because it is winter and it's cold, so typical animes have scarves. You have the school building in the background, just school buildings. You have the friends waving bye to them because they're just seeing them off and whatnot. Except in the final version, I took it out. You'll see here because I was just gonna make another page or do that scene by itself in another page. So probably if I do another video, I'll just show that the friends are like, oh, bye, and then they'll have their own scene. Interesting enough in this detail, the girl's body here looks more smaller than here. I don't know if it's just the way how I drew it, but then it just does. And I think I don't know, this one looks really cool too. I don't mind. This one is okay, but then like in the final result, I just somehow managing to, I don't know, it's not exactly the same, but it's acceptable too. And in the end version, here we see that like the girl's hair is like sort of normal-esque kind of thing going on here. But in the final version, I sort of like moved the hair to the right because of the wind blowing, because I added the wind effects last minute in this thing, and I was like, oh, you know, might as well put her hair in one direction, so I put it like all going to the right over here. And I guess that makes sense because some of her clothes here are more like shifted to the right, or like the right side is more whatchamacallit thing. And one of the things that I totally effed up on or didn't think about was her design of her clothes, because usually I just use the same thing, or like you have something planned out, right? Like him, like he usually wears this, but then I added the scarf and like changed the details of it, sort of, in a sense. And here, I did not. She has the same T-shirt as the comic before, but then I decided to give her this little jacket thing and the scarf. Except there's a different design to her shirt than last time. And with the background of the school, yeah, you see like I don't know what the hell I was doing over here. So I like, oh, this looks really plain. I want to add something, so I add these little stripes here and like these little designs, like this zipper thing to her jacket, and then like these lines connecting to the sleeves, and that was that. And then here, the friends are gone. I solely talked about that already. The background at school, backgrounds are not my best, but I try to incorporate them because I've never done it before. So, you know, give it a shot. So I sort of drew the school out. You know, give it the tone of the shading to, like, you know, signify different parts of the building. And then with the top part of the school here, it's nothing. So you see a sky, and that's what I do. I just sort of drew it's like all painted dark like this, right? And I used the little eraser just to make clouds in the top of the part, and it sort of looks cool. And the rest is just, you know, different tones for the building. There are no windows because I totally just realized that, and maybe I should add windows next time. But I mean, it's supposed to be daytime, and they're not going out at night. That's ridiculous. So I tried to make everything a little bit brighter the school is kind of dark toned. I might be able to change that later, but then yeah, it's supposed to be daytime. Why did I make this whole thing black then? Oh, I don't know why I did that. Maybe I should change that too, but that's normally how it totally works in manga. So yeah, that is my thought process sort of for making this page, and like, I mean, it was really cool to draw. It took me an hour to draw, but I think it was pretty worth it because I got back to the hang of it. Like right now, I'm in like my artist mode. I feel like drawing again. But I mean, for going to this and going to this, like I found some changes and other things I wanted to change and work out, and it turned out to be an awesome drawing. So I'm really pleased with that, and I'll see you guys on the next video on whatever channel I post videos on. So take care, guys, and matane.